bad for our corrections officers, it's bad for the offenders. It's a terrible place. It's a, I don't know if any of you have been there or seen the pictures. I mean, it's a, if you spend time in there, you'll have mental health issues. I mean, it's a tough, nasty place. It's depressing, it's loud, dangerous. It shouldn't be, we should have closed that years ago. And we don't want people to lose their jobs, so our corrections officers there will get reassigned to both within Stateville and other facilities. Nobody's going to lose their jobs. But that facility, and it's decaying, it's going to take a lot of money to maintain, and it's not good for our system. And it frankly works against our efforts in recidivism, because anybody who spends a lot of time there, they're probably not psychologically or emotionally in a place where they're going to be very productive when they come out of there. So we're going to close that. We're going to reopen this, and over time we want to optimize so our system gets results, keeps our families safer, brings back people so they can lead productive lives, and helps our corrections officers support their good work, and so they can have great careers in a proper environment where they're fully supported. And that's what today is all about. So thank you all for being out here today. It's a great step in the right direction, and then we can open it up now for questions. But again, thank you for our corrections officers. Thank you for the community of Murfreesboro. Thank you for your belief in the better quality future for everybody here. Thanks, everybody. Let's open up, and anybody, feel free. I'll answer some, but anybody can answer questions.
How many jobs, roughly? Jobs?
Yeah, so, I don't know, John, you want to talk about it?
Yes. There were, initially, we're looking at about 120, and that will be over a period of time as we shake the institution down in a sense of a treatment plan. So count on that. It may be slightly more than that over time.
Governor Rauner, could you give us a timeline of what it takes to get this facility open, when it's going to be open, and what are the types of life skills programs that are going to be offered here?
And I'd encourage some other to join in. So closing F House, the unit up in Stateville, the roundhouse there, probably 6 to 8 weeks to close that. We've got available beds for the inmates there in other facilities, both in Stateville and other places. We are doing a comprehensive strategic reassessment and recategorization classification of our offenders. We haven't done our reclassification since, I think, or any classification since 1988. And the science, the technology of this has evolved quite a bit in the last 30 years. So we're going to assess high risk, make sure that the people are being incarcerated, but also treated in the appropriate level for where they are in their process of the correction system. So that's ongoing, and that's Director Baldwin told me, I was asking him this morning, that should be done here in the next couple months. We'll have a classification system that makes more sense, keeps our corrections officers safer, and helps our offenders be properly treated and managed within the system. Reopening this facility, I was asking Randy about this. To be conservative, we think 6 months, but we want to under promise and over deliver. We want to come in under budget and faster than that, but we think about 6 months. You can see, I don't know if you came on the tour, this is a nice facility, and the team has done an extraordinary job of keeping it in high quality condition, ready to be used. Needs some some maintenance items or whatever, but it's ready to go. It's modern, it's clean, it's a good facility, and this will be productive for the people who. It's basically a transition where school classes will be going on. They'll learn life skills, technical skills, vocational skills, get mental health counseling, etc. So they're ready to come back in and lead productive lives in this reentry program.
How much will it cost, and where is the money coming from?
Okay, so somebody maybe can weigh in with real specific numbers. This long run will save significant money. In the short run, it's going to cost a little bit more money. Now we're going to save some money and avoid a lot of maintenance costs in the roundhouse in Building F up in Stateville. To fix this up is going to cost some money. We got to restore certain parts of it. It's going to cost us a little bit of money in the short run, but this is what we've been making the mistake in Illinois for years. We say, well, we got a budget trouble, I'm going to spend nothing, and then it costs you 5 or 10 times as much a couple years later. So we got to invest in our facilities, invest in this one, and this, if we do it right, we can stop the recidivism. We can lead people productive lives. The offenders can become taxpayers. The offenders can have jobs and our communities will be safer, and in the long run, it saves us money. So success for this reentry here will save us a lot of money.
When this was open before, there was talk, you know, people would go out in the community and work for the Forest Service and things like that. Will that trend continue?
My understanding is yes. Does anybody want to weigh in on
It's
that?
an option.
I think we're gonna, what we want is our offenders, they need to be punished, they need to be kept away, so, you know, but there's a transition back. And when we bring them back, let's just not throw them in the street with no support and back, they're right back in a position where they feel like they gotta do something illegal to support themselves again. That makes our communities less safe. We've gotta change that.
Governor, how did this money become available?
Yeah.
Well, what we gotta do is you know, reallocate and be efficient in some places and save money in some and put it in others. And that's, our administration's been doing that for the last 18 months. You know, $1 million here or there, that's a lot of money, but in the scheme of the state government and where we're spending, you know, we'll find it. It's there. The important thing is it'll cost a little more in the short run, save a lot in the long run, and can keep our communities safer.
Can we get an exact number of how much in the
Yeah,
short run?
we can give you all the detail, and if we do that now, or we can send it to you so you can put it in your report.
Okay. And could you talk a little bit about why is this facility a better investment than the Hardin County Work Camp, which was
Yeah.
closed?
Yeah, so I'm very frustrated. You know, there's some folks who say, well, let's just reopen it. Folks who've been in office and didn't fund that facility, didn't maintain that facility, are now running around saying, oh, it's terrible, it should be reopened. We gotta look who's been calling the shots for a while. The legislature did not invest in that facility. It got burned. It's been allowed to deteriorate. It would be extremely expensive to reopen that, and the cost-benefit analysis doesn't work anymore. That facility should have been maintained for years. That's part of the mismanagement that's gone on in the legislature for a long time, and frankly, in prior administrations. At this point, that facility does not make economic sense to reopen. This one does.
Essentially because it's been kept up, pretty much? Would that be your argument to
It's a
taxpayers?
newer
Okay.
facility. The nature of the construction is different. The nature of the layout's different. This can be a great reentry facility, an education facility. Hardin, what's happened to it with the fire and with the lack of maintenance, it's in a position where the cost benefit just doesn't make sense.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.